Under my fingers are the /dev/TTY keycaps in the brand new MT3 profile. How's the keycap set looking? How's MT3 profile under your fingertips while you're typing away? What are these like? Let's go. On Mashdrop's page, this set is said to be a fully sculpted set based on the IBM Beamspring keycaps. If I was a set of Beamspring keycaps and I saw the MT3 profile swagger by, rich in all that new tooling, how would I feel? Would I feel like someone has arisen to take my place? Before I get deep into this, I want to clear the air of confusion. MT3 is the name of the profile, and /dev/TTY is the first colorway developed for this profile. We know that in the future this profile will be opened up to new colorways. Also, /dev/TTY stands for device terminal if you're not up with the lingo. These are the /dev/TTY MT3 keycaps. They're unique because they're new and they're different. These are one designer's attempt to let us enjoy the days of yore, feeling like you're typing on an old school profile. While these keycaps are based off of the Beamspring profile, they're often compared with Topra Hypro. Fortunately, I have both Topra Hypro and Beamspring in my possession. How do these keycaps hold up to either of them? When you compare it with Topra Hypro, they feel significantly rougher to the touch, which is more of a point of saying that Topra Hypro keycaps are exceptionally silky smooth. How they cup your fingers is a bit different. These MT3 keycaps feel like they grab your fingers underneath and really pull them into you due to the deep dish sculpt that's more aggressive than Topra Hypro. On the other hand, Topra Hypro feels like you're comfortably resting your fingers in small wells. When I rest my fingers in the home row, it feels like I'm resting my fingers against the back edge of the keycap rather than on the middle surface. That's what I mean by this profile grabs you. That same grabbing feeling is similar to my IBM Model 5251 Beamspring, so that's certainly a step in the right direction of being similar. Being in the right direction isn't the same as hitting the target on the mark. These MT3 keycaps grab the pads of your fingers with much more zeal than the IBM Model 5251, but that might be attributed to the fact that these keycaps are much rougher than both the IBM 5251 and Topra keycaps. Speaking of keycaps, these keycaps are a very healthy 1.5mm of thickness, leaning toward 1.6mm depending on where you measure. This is a nice thickness I think everyone will appreciate. And now to the legends. The legends are die-sublimated into the thick keycaps, meaning they'll never rub off, but sometimes when I look at them, I wish they would. While thick keycaps are a plus, very thick and bold fonts like this are not. Honestly, it looks a bit awkward, and sometimes when you look at it at the right angle, it doesn't look right, and that's because, oh wait, some of the legends aren't properly aligned. I understand that these keycaps probably aren't the easiest to die sub. Heck, I mean, Yanbo mentioned those issues when he was recently on Top Clack, and Mateo did blame delays on shipping due to the die subbing process. It's still very much of a shame, but I know it's possible to have higher quality when you look at, for example, my Topra Hypro set, which is also die subbed PBT. Those legends are absolutely crispy and look amazing. On the other hand, these look like a Fisher-Price keyboard. I hope there are plans to work with the die subber to improve the legend quality. Despite some delays, this set is finally in the community and in the wild. My base set when I got it in the first drop cost me about $100 after the drop points were hit. SA sets with similar TKL compatibility have run for similar pricings throughout Mashdrop's history, and with their high profile nature, they are a natural comparison. A little cool information I'd like to add is the set includes two bottom row options, a flat bottom row, which is why the comparison to Topra Hypro comes up since Topra Hypro also has a flat bottom row, and a curved bottom row if you want the full sculpt. I prefer the flat bottom by far since it's easier for me to press the modifiers and bottom row. But back to this SA comparison. For context, many of you know I don't like SA, and I make these preferences quite public. This isn't a baseless distaste of SA either, but an accumulated one. In the past, I've owned SA Modern Selectric, SA Jukebox, SA Modern Retro, and SA Ice. Currently, I do have Max Keys Lime, which is also an SA set. Don't get me wrong, I love how SA looks, but typing on it, that's a whole nother story. In every single typing experience I've had with MT3, it trumps SA by far. With clicky switches, tactile switches, linear switches. For my fingertips and my preferences, MT3 is a superior profile, no doubt about it. The sculpt on the profile and the curvature of the fingerwells make MT3 infinitely more interesting to type on than SA, and boy is it interesting. These keycaps feel pretty nice under your fingertips. Despite their height, their edges feel precise and lets you navigate the keyboard easily with your fingers, unlike SA or XDA keycaps, where you can lose your fingers on the board much easier. I'm a pretty big fan of typing on these keycaps, and honestly, if you're looking for a more accessible, high-profile keyset that actually feels nice to type on, this is probably the best bet to go. If you want one that has vivid colors, or you feel like you like double shot ABS, going with standard SA sets would be your best bet. But speaking of best bets, this is probably the horse you want to choose if you're looking to get your next high-profile set. It feels good to type on, and if the legends don't bother you, or you can get over them, then you're Gucci. MT3 is a profile set I'd keep on at least one board. I wouldn't populate my fleet like I do with GMK keycaps, but in regards to the colorway and the legends, I honestly will consider grabbing some dye and dyeing my PBT keycaps completely black to be blanks. These legends aren't the prettiest to look at, but we'll see what I decide in the future. For now, my recommendation is definitely these are pretty good keycaps if you can get over the legends. They feel pretty good to type on. Thank you for watching.